identified the problems. Now what do we do? Number one, like it or not, we must become politically active. People often think, I'm sure somebody's watching it, or I don't have time. No more. We must take the time and let our voice be heard. I have seen on the Tea Party websites the theme, silent majority no more. I say absolutely. Number two, we must elect people who truly believe in liberty. Those who show disdain for the founding principles of this nation are unfit for public office. Electing socialists must stop, and we simply cannot accept the statement, I am for limited government, from candidates at face value. The American people have been burned, and burned to the third degree. We're going to have to pry a little deeper. If you are evaluating candidates for public office, go to those town meetings and ask them, do you believe the Constitution is written in plain English and means what it says? Or is it okay for the federal government to be meddling in education and health care? Ask them, what government monstrosity will you eliminate? Judge candidates based on their past actions, not just their words. Now, even after they're elected, we must hold their feet to the fire. The nonpartisan group DownsizeDC.org has a fantastic, very easy way for you to contact your representatives on many subjects, and I highly recommend you go to their website and do this. Now, wouldn't you like to vote for someone for a change instead of picking the lesser of two evils? We need to enact instant runoff voting. It is no different than holding a runoff election. It's as simple as ranking your candidates 1, 2, and 3. Let's look at an example of Bill, Steve, and Judy. Bill is a lunatic who wants to grow government. Steve and Judy are small government types who disagree on several issues. Bill, the lunatic, receives 45%, Steve 30%, and Judy 20%. Because no one has a majority, Judy is stricken from the list. Most of the people who voted for Judy listed Steve as their second choice. Now the vote is tallied again, and Bill the lunatic has 45%, and Steve has 55%, so Steve is elected. This would completely eliminate the fear component in our system of voting for one person so someone else doesn't get elected. The whole wasting your vote argument goes away. Number three, we need to support good legislation such as the Enumerated Powers Act. This great bill will require all legislation introduced in Congress to contain a concise and definite statement of the constitutional authority empowering Congress to enact it. For this movement that all of you here represent to succeed, we must do more than just stop the impending bad ideas that are currently in the pipeline. It will also not be enough to eliminate what was passed last year or the last 10 years. This problem started 150 years ago. Trimming the fat around the edges will not suffice. We need to cut it out like a cancer. It is the only way, or it'll just grow back. So I would take it one step further. We need a small government amendment that says the 10th Amendment, which limits powers of the federal government, actually means what it says. Now that in and of itself should be good enough, but I would continue. The federal government is prohibited from being involved in health care, education, finance, retirement savings, crime control. I would list them all for clarity. Now this scares people. They've become so accustomed to Social Security and Medicare that they believe we cannot live without them, although we did for 170 years. Well, these two behemoths are going bankrupt, period. And they're going to take us down with them unless we act now. It would be better to provide a small annuity for those in or near retirement and a straight line declining amount for those at about age 55, but otherwise eliminate it and let individuals save and invest their own money, which is like 12.4% of their income. Medicare must end. If Grandpa does a terrible job saving for medical expenses later in life, then you can help him with the cost. Remember, healthcare costs will drop by 80% when we get the government out of it and restore a free market. Why is it such a bad thing to take care of our ailing parents? We did it before Medicare, and we will do it again. The Read the Bills Act would require that bills before Congress be read aloud in the chamber before passage. Shocking! It would also post bills online for a specific number of days so people can read and understand them. The One Subject at a Time Act will prevent Congress from bundling unrelated bills into one piece of legislation. The Restore Honest Money is 3 separate outstanding proposals. Term limits are a good idea. A balanced budget is fantastic. Thomas Jefferson said, "Let no more be said of confidence in man, but bind him down from mischief by the chains of the Constitution." We will save our nation and assure the blessings of liberty survive for those who come after us when we once again limit government to what it is supposed to do, protect life, liberty, and property, and prohibit it from violating those rights. Thank you very much.
John Munchmeyer.